We're on this lovely journey to Washington DC right now. We're headed into DC to collect the World Young Reader Prize. So that pretty much means we are world #1 right now in terms of youth publishers. So it's really exciting. Right now, this is a nice time to relax and such a scenic route, and yeah, the calm before the storm, I suppose. Last year, we decided to take a big gamble. We wanted to do more than just print work, more than just basic online work. We wanted to take it a step further, and that's when we decided we're going to do multimedia documentaries. So it was a painful period, to be honest. A lot of us, for me, I've never done video production before. So there was a learning curve.
1, 2, dip, twist your flyer, hips, use your hips, good job.
It's under the R.AGE section. It's actually the cover. It's a pretty cool one.
So as you know, this is our news flash episode, and we'll be discussing Meili's story.
They make it look so easy on TV.
Personally, I feel like there have been so many changes since I first joined in about 2.5 years ago that it feels like it's a constant, very steep learning curve. But I think our focus has never wavered. We still tell really good stories. It's just that now with video, there's a whole new dimension to the storytelling.
When we came in, I think nobody in the company had experience in professional video production. We have a team that is completely not jaded by the industry. Well, we plan on being a breath of fresh air to the media landscape. So having no links to traditional video production is probably a good thing in that sense. Yeah. So the first story I did when I joined was the story about a sickness called Serawan among the orang asli community in the Royal Belum State Park and how it takes the lives of children.
Dekat sini ada tahun lepas yang meninggal?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 juga kat tempat tu.
Kanak-kanak banyak, dewasa banyak juga orang meninggal tu.
This is the site of the grave of young Malini who passed away yesterday morning.
You feel all that responsibility when you do a story like that, when it gets personal, keeps you up at night, it turns your stomach inside out, but it's those kind of stories that you live to do, yeah.
Next stop is Washington, D.C.'s Union Station.
That's us.
We're in Washington, D.C.
I think it's really beautiful. We've done a project about World War II in Malaya, or the last survivors. And I think that this really connects because after interviewing so many different survivors with incredible stories and coming to an amazing place like this, it's just overwhelming.
ரெண்டு பக்கமும் படங்கள் சடங்குகள் நிறைய கிடக்கும். எல்லாம் துர்நாற்றம்.
How many bodies were hung on this tree before?
1 tree, 1 body. 5 tree, 5 body.
Do you think it's important for the younger generation to know all these stories?
They should know. They look at things for granted now and yet not contented, you know.
Okay, I'm going down now. You guys want to...
It's a bit grainy, huh?
It's quite grainy.
Come in.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello!
Hi!
Hi, Chris.
Hello. What's gonna happen during the live stream later?
Okay, so basically what's going to happen later is Lisa Surani is going to come.
Yeah, so Fritz has designed a poster for the event. I've updated the pin page, the cover image.
2016 has been a huge year for the team and for me personally as I was leading an investigation on child sexual predators.
I mean, I really want you to be my girlfriend.
Your eggs, your vagina, there's an expiry date.
After this documentary series was launched, the reaction from the public, from child protection NGOs, from the government and authorities was so big. So we started MPs Against Predators.
We are here to launch the MPs Against Predators campaign.
Hi YB.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa Surihani here.
We didn't know that it was going to blow up into this whole huge campaign. We went to Parliament, we lobbied the MPs that were there so that it wasn't just to garner their support, it was also to get them to start talking about these issues in Parliament.
Saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada R.AGE, The Star, Suara About The Star kerana sumbangan mereka yang reaktif melalui kempen mereka berkaitan anti-grooming.
Saya nak tahu bagaimana kementerian menangani kanak-kanak yang dianiaya.
I think the best part of it is the fact that we got the young ones to talk about these issues, the ones who are actually on WeChat, who are still underage in high school. And to hear that that is happening, I think that is already a change.
Just great because, you know, doing stories that matter, that's basically why we became journalists.
So this is a broadcast antenna that was salvaged from the wreckage of the World Trade Center. And just think it's such a poignant reminder of the importance of news. This photo right there is also really brilliant because it shows everyone ducking for cover, but the photojournalist is still there taking pictures. It's part of the job.
Looking at that photographer, I'm reminded of how dangerous it can get sometimes. It doesn't really compare, but there was this once when we had to run away from a charging elephant.
Wait, what?
My heart is in my throat.
Tadi dia kejar ke?
Dia kejar. Dia kejar sampai sini, lepas tu sana pula.
Looking back, I think it totally paid off. It was absolutely worth all the risks involved because we got conservationists and orang asli activists to have this really good conversation. They just need to figure it out together, and I think as a result of this report, we managed to get that going.
We're in the museum and we've just had lunch and we're about to go to the award ceremony.
Now our grand prize goes to the Star of Malaysia's R.AGE or R.AGE team.
News for young people doesn't need to be dumbed down. It doesn't need to be entertaining. You don't have to splash a ton of color on it. It can be gritty. It can be dark. As long as it gives them something to hope for.
Yeah, feels great. It's a bit of a relief, to be honest. We've been waiting to get this for so long. And
right behind me, that thing is the White House.
It's surreal. I mean, I can't stress enough, this is the Washington Post.
The purveyors of modern day investigative journalism, watching the newsmen doing their work, there is a sense of the weight of history on our shoulders.
it's been a long year for us at R.AGE, and to be here, to see that our work has brought us here, it kind of like, it's like the perfect way to just wrap it all up. Never thought I'd be here. I never thought. Next year, I just hope that R.AGE will be able to just improve on our current work. We kind of have a little motto, which is always do good and always do better. Maybe we overestimate what we really are about. But I think at the same time, we realize that there is an element of truth to it, that what we do can make a difference. And once we realize that, it's hard to stop.